Hello out there, everyone. Mayabi, and we're continuing with Bully Me More. Oh, and if you just joined us, you're welcome. Glad you made it here, and I hope you all enjoy your stay. And always remember, the most important character story is you, the reader. Well, let's get started, as I am none other than...
This, Obelisk the Tormentor!
Well, let's get started. As I lay in bed later that night, sleep proves elusive again. I can almost feel the warmth of her throat under my fingers even now. I always knew she must be damaged, but this? I reach for my phone. I run a search for masochism. Let's see now. Not all messages derive their chief pleasure from physical pain. Most are what we might deem physiology messages. People who derive pleasure from mental duress or emotional torture. Interesting. Lost in my own thought, I set my phone down distractedly. Could this compulsion Mitsuki has be as simple as that? Or is there more to her deep obsession with being bullied? After mulling over it for a while, sleep finally claims me. Any hope of evading Mitsuki the next day is short-lived. Hey, loser! Buy me a drink, will you? Good morning to you, too. Enough chit-chat, I'm thirsty. As she regards me highly, a wicked thought occurs to me. I could expose her dark secrets in front of the whole school if I wanted to. When I remember the blank note she left in my pocket, I quickly reconsider. For better or worse, she's bought my silence. One drink coming right up. That's a good boy. I'll be waiting in class. When she's gone, I head to the vending machines. Morning, Obelisk. Mitsuki still has you buying her drinks, huh? For once, I don't mind so much. I've come across some extra money recently. 10,000 yen to be exact. At the end of the day, she's still bleeding you dry, though. Her look of frustration mellows in a worry frown. Man, you look even more strung out than yesterday. How many trucks ran you over this time? I guess that depends. Does revising count twice? Seriously though, I was up pretty late playing video games. She regards me skeptically. Well, whatever spine you have left, could you put it to use? Just this once. Don't give in to Mitsuki's demands. The coin is already in my hand, and turn to the vending machine. Thing between Mitsuki and me are definitely more equal. So why do I still feel so driven to please her even now? Whatever I'm going to do, I'd better choose quickly. With this one, I'll have to do 2 different versions of it. Shaking my head, I start feeding the coin to the slot. Sorry, but it's not that simple. Why do I even bother sticking up for you, Obelisk? She folds her arms as I take the drink from the tray. Maybe I'll explain everything someday. For now, let's get to class. Hey, don't walk away when I'm talking to you. When I enter the room, Mitsuki's eyes me expectantly. Bring the goods. I nod, setting the drink in front of her. Pennies! That's your favorite, I believe. You know me too well. I guess it'll do. Seeing her gulp down the drink I bought her with my own money is strangely satisfying. Ding! Once school is over, Ken and I make a beeline to the gate. Never fear, Obelisk. If Mitsuki tries anything, I got lunch scraps with her name on them right here. Remind me never to get on your bad side. We share a fleeting smile. Hey, Obelisk. Come no closer, Harpy. Cannon performs a lumbering cartwheel to position herself between the two of us. Go back to your cave. All right then. Her eyes remain locked on Cannon as she addresses me. I'll text you later, Obelisk. With that, she saunters away to her habitual reading spot. Please don't tell me you've given her your number. When I shake my head, she narrows her eyes at me. Care to explain what that was about then? This will also be an alternate route that I'll do twice. Hey, look over there! Is that her pennies? When I point over to her shoulder, she frowns disapprovingly. Ah, you just missed a flying sausage. Unless they're here to abduct Mitsuki, I couldn't care less. Well then, last one to your place is a rotten ego. Hey, wait up! Who said you can't run away from your problems? By the time we reach her place, Kanan seems to have cast any thought of Mitsuki from her head. Thanks for walking me home as always. Kinda hard not to, seeing as we live on the same street and all. It'd be a lot easier just to accept my gratitude for what is, too. All right, fair point. She tilts her head bashfully. Why so coy suddenly? Do you maybe wanna stay for dinner? Mom's making her famous ramen. You don't say. That does sound tempting. And her family always so kind and welcoming. Just the dose of normality I could use right now. Sure, why not? It's no hassle, I mean. Her eyes light up in the fading afternoon sun. No hassle at all. You know my parents are always so happy to see you. I could smell Mom's trademark broth already. Sitting around in the Inagi family table feels like returning to my second home. I don't think a single thing has changed since I was in preschool. I'm glad you decided to join us, Obelisk. I couldn't resist, Miss Inagi. It's been too long since I had some delicious ramen. I gazed at the steaming bowl in front of me with hungry eyes. Don't be shy, young man. There's plenty more where that came from. Itadakimasu. We press our hands together in ink before picking up our chopsticks. When the first sip of the broth touches my tongue, I'm in sensory heaven. And these noodles are just firm enough without being chewed. Accepting this dinner invitation was the best decision in ages, or breast decision in ages. How is it, Obelisk? Absolutely delicious. The way the broth juxtaposed with barbecue pork slices is a masterstroke. What? Kids these days, they're into their culture TV shows, dear. Obelisk is being too kind. Do you remember asking me to make this for you when you and Cannon were little? I nodded with a fond smile. I remember Mom getting jealous that I preferred your recipes over hers, too. We all chuckle. Before Mr. Inagi turns to Cannon, do you remember the time your mom added too much chili oil? You cried so hard and that you wet your pants. His pound at the table with his hand and surrenders to a fit of laughter. Don't embarrass me, Dad. Come on, Kanon. That batch was so spicy no one could blame you or your pennies. I've never drunk so much milk in my life. Guess you could say it's burned into your memory, huh? We are all groan as his laughter fades into a wistful sigh. Seems like only yesterday you two were barely waist high. Now look at you, all grown up. In the blink of an eye, Kanon rolls her eyes as the two of them gasp heartily. Please, we're eating here. One day you'll understand, sweetie. Pretty soon you'll be moving out to live on your own. And then it's a matter of time until you make me a grandpa. Oh, can you imagine? As they stare at the two of us wistfully, I clear my throat. Don't mind them, Obelisk. Focus on your ramen. With a shrug of resignation. That's exactly what we do. Nobody said normally. Can't be tortured too, I guess. The moment we are done eating, Kanon dragged me outside. That was excruciating. I'm so sorry, Obelisk. You know how my parents can be sometimes. I smile and shake my head. Are you kidding me? That's all part of the appeal. My parents are so boring, I was just enjoying the show. Despite her best effort, she flashes a smile as well. Well, just don't start getting any ideas. It's good to see you laughing again, though. What do you mean? I'm always kidding around. Or kitten around. She regarded me slightly and then holds out her hand. Give me your phone. Huh? Why? Just trust me. I take it out hesitantly before handing it over to her At last, Mitsuki isn't named anywhere, right? Now let's see. I wait with bated breath as she starts tapping the screen. Mind telling me what you're invading my cyberspace? There's a pet shelter not far from your school. I'm adding their number to your contact list. It's time you got yourself a new furry companion. Please, can we not? No, Poochie isn't coming back, Obelisk. It's about time you faced up to what happened. As silence descends on us again, it feels even heavier this time. Seeing the rabbit keychain hanging from her pocket, I look away. It wasn't your fault, Obelisk. I'm not mad at you anymore. Not now, Kanon. After snatching my phone back, I stride away without a word of farewell. Lying on my bed later, I find myself staring at the contact she left on my phone. Oh, Poochie. Why can't I move on? I guess there's some wounds that need more time to heal. Kanon means well, but making me get another dog isn't the way. Just then I receive a text. My house right now. Family's house, so bully me. No guesses who that is. She did promise to text. Well, more like threaten. Maybe it's a desperate urge to grab onto anything that might distract me from my grief. Whatever the case, I find myself throwing on a jacket before sneaking outside. Half an hour later, I'm standing in front of her mansion. So, you actually came? You insisted, didn't you? She shrugged invasively. After the way you left last time, I had my doubts. Tell me, what persuaded you to return? I'm not even sure myself. I've had a lot going on, though, so maybe I just wanted some distraction. No need to go into details. What matters is you're here. Things were not prying. Unless I was boring her. Pennies! So, shall we start? Yes, let's begin. We may have different motives, but that doesn't mean we can't both benefit from this. When I nod in agreement, it feels like we're reached an uneasy truce. Given enough time, we might even see eye to eye. Rather than head inside, Mitsuki leads me to the back garden. What's with the tour? You made it sound urgent. Not so urgent then that I can afford to mess up the carpet inside. What on earth could she have in mind for us this time? When I give a nervous... She regarded me intently. By the way, I hope you haven't told anyone about our little arrangement, have you? I shake my head gravely. No, trust me. Where would I even start? Not even your little friend? Who, Kanon? Not if I value my life. She nods in acceptance. I've noticed she can be rather, what's the word? Protective. More like possessive. Either way, she only ever has my best interest in heart. She shrugs, breaking into a worried, wicked smile. If worst comes to worst, she could always join us. I shake my head firmly as my cheeks start to burn. Not in a million years. Don't even joke about that. She chuckles to herself before dropping to her knees.
Tell a joke.
Hands clenched in front of her, she suddenly looks innocent. Please don't make me do this, master. These hands are too delicate to work in the dirt. Only then I notice garden tools strewed over the lawn. She wants me to bully her into doing yard work? What kind of fantasy is that? After reflecting that it could be a lot worse, I resign myself to playing along. This time it's almost scary how easily I slip back into my role as Tormentor! Obelisk the Tormentor! Enough talking, slacker! Pick up that troll and get to work. She bows her head meekly and starts digging a small trench in the garden bed. Now, plant those seeds. Yes, master. She picks up a sachet of radish seeds and then sows them along the trench. You call that planting? I've seen squirrels do better. I have made a mistake, master. The trench is too shallow. Please don't punish me. By now, I know enough to realize that this is exactly what she wants. No doubt she has some kind of punishment ready to go. I quickly glance around, reveals a bucket full of water nearby. I'm guessing she wants me to pour it over her head. When I raise an eyebrow, she nods encouragingly. It's certainly easier to stomach than having to choke her. Pennies! Well, she asked for it. I stride over and grab the bucket with both hands, hoisting it up as she cowers before me. That pitiful attempt would make anyone with a green thumb feel ashamed. I'd throw you on the compost heap if only I didn't feel so sorry for those worms. You're right, master. Even compost is useful. Well, if you're just going to sit there like a pumpkin, well, we'd better treat you like one. She closed her eyes as I lift the bucket over her head. If I water you enough, you'll sprout into something worthwhile. With that, I send the entire content cascading over her. Ah, it's cold! She shrieks, soon give away to senses, rag, gasp. For fake streams, they sure have me convinced. With any luck, this might wash that stench of failure off you. Her nod frontally as I toss the bucket aside and make a show of pinching her nose. Yes, master. I'm a stinky little girl. Mark my words, maggot. Next time you make a mistake, it'll be boiling water instead. She gasped, to clap her hands together in front of her again, her eyes widening as saucers. Oh, please, master, I beg you for mercy. I'll do better, I promise. Be sure you do, or is your own grave you'll dig as well. She nods, putting her arms across her stomach as a breeze picks up. Seeing the water drip from her hair, I find myself tracing the course with my eyes. Over her cheeks and along with her jaw, it rolls down her chin. Then over the smooth contours of her neck and down further. Realizing where my eyes have strayed, I look away quickly. I'm supposed to indulge her whims here, not my own. Besides, she'll catch a cold if we stay like this. Just then, I have an idea. You'll get mildew if you sit there all wet like that. Start running laps now. As you wish, master. She gets up to her feet and starts doing circuits of the lawn. Faster! I say faster! I want to see steam rising from your pumpkin head of yours. The breeze teases though her hair has. She pauses, pushes harder. Soon her chest is swelling with each breathing, but at least her clothes have dried. Good. Now you can stop. Master is truly too kind. Taking her double speak into account, I realize that she doesn't approve. Finish what you started then, and no mistake this time. She scrambles to cover the seats with her bare hands. How am I doing, master? Does this please you? I scoff, leaning down, meeting her eyes with a sneer. That's the problem, you see. No matter what you do, you'll never be good enough. Shudder passes through her as she finally breaks character, lips curling into a maniac grin as she whispers up at me. That's it, Office. You're getting it now? Alright, time for a break. She gets to her feet and passes the dirt from her hands back to her usual self again. Oh, this hard work has made me thirsty. Want some lemonade? Sure. If you're getting one anyway. Alright, don't go anywhere. You want to get paid, right? She throws me a wink before sauntering inside. Once I'm alone, I could finally breathe a sigh of relief. Only then I hear rustling of a leaf nearby. Huh? I turn towards the source. Who's there? I see a silhouette moving in the gloom. One of Mitsuki's parents, or maybe a servant. The reality is much worse. Hey, Obelisk! Canon! That's all I can get out at first. How long has she been here? What did you see? She avoids my eyes. More than I wanted to. Alright, everyone. Here's what I'm going to call this an episode. If you all like the video, do me a favor and punch the like button in the face like a boss and high five all around. Oh, if you just joined us, you're welcome. Glad you made it here, and I hope you all enjoy your stay. And always remember the most important character is you, the reader. May all be out.